'Tis the season for giving to those less fortunate, but one man in Alexandria allegedly tried stealing from them instead, attempting to swipe a kettle full of cash from the Salvation Army. He's being called the Grinch who almost stole Christmas. Brian Collins joins us live with those details. Brian?
Well, Kenny, Alexandria Police Chief Richard Weifels told me that the idea of someone stealing from the Salvation Army is just wrong. Fortunately, someone stopped the thief from taking roughly $50 of donations.
We had a guy come in, looked suspicious.
Brent Zullersdorf was working behind the counter last Sunday at the All Stop store in Alexandria when he says he saw 24-year-old Jedediah Rasmussen come up to the counter and allegedly try to steal the Salvation Army kettle. What the so-called Grinch didn't know was Zullersdorf is training to be a police officer who, using what he learned in school, tracked the suspect down.
Jumped over the fence, and by the time I got over the fence, he was gone.
While Zullersdorf was on the chase, Kevin Perry, another employee, called 911. Police soon caught up with Rasmussen and recovered the kettle that had more than $50 worth of donations. Perry says this isn't the first time the store has had problems with Rasmussen.
I've seen him drive off on us with gas or whatever, just kind of squealed out of the parking lot, made it obvious, you know.
Rasmussen has had several charges against him over the years, including other thefts. We went to Rasmussen's house to get his side of the story, but found his father instead. Did you hear about what he's been charged with recently? No. From stealing from the Salvation Army? The attempted Salvation Army swipe was news to Rasmussen's father. He didn't want to talk on camera, but did say he's had problems with his son in the past.
Kind of shows that I'm going to like doing this kind of stuff. I felt pretty good afterwards.
As for Zullersdorf, his quick thinking caught the eye of Alexandria Police Chief Rick Weifels.
I want to make sure that we recognize him in some form to appreciate, his willingness to help out.
Rasmussen was given a copy of this letter from the manager of the store saying he is no longer allowed inside. If found guilty, he could receive up to 60 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. Reporting live, Brian Collins, KSAX Eyewitness News.
A woman is advocating for a change at a mall in Brainerd after being temporarily forced into a wheelchair following surgery on her leg. Lori Stribling met with her today and saw firsthand what a person with a disability has to deal with just to get inside the door. Lori?
Kenny, the Westgate Mall in Brainerd has 5 entrances, plenty of handicap parking, but only one automatic handicap door. And Sheila Cray is determined to make sure that changes.
This is the parking lot, and the door behind us is the only handicap accessible door to the mall.
For many people, getting inside the Westgate Mall doesn't take a second thought. But for others like Sheila Cray, if you can't park in front of the mall's only handicap entrance, it's a struggle.
That was not good. The door was hitting me. My wheels were stuck on the opposite door because you can't go straight in. So it would be almost impossible to get in there.
For the first time in her life, Cray has spent the past several weeks in a wheelchair after having surgery on her leg. She had never noticed a problem at the mall until she was stuck in this chair. Literally.
People need to sit in a wheelchair and try to get in these places and realize I can't get in.
There's handicap parking in front of all 5 entrances, but if the parking in front of the one automatic door is full, people with disabilities are forced to journey up to several blocks in the cold and on the sometimes icy sidewalk just to get inside.
Hills are something else.
And with this Minnesota winter weather, the journey can be dangerous.
You get cold, you get wet. When it's icy out here and it's full snow, you can tip. It's not safe.
And Cray is determined to make a change for all people with handicaps in Brainerd. She has tried contacting the regional manager of the mall, but has not heard back. But when KSAX tried contacting mall executives, this was their response. Accessibility for all our shoppers is important to our company, and as a result, the property currently exceeds ADA compliance. The door with the automatic opening is the most trafficked entrance, which is why we elected to install the mechanical feature there. We are sensitive to any issue which inconveniences our shoppers, and we will continue to monitor traffic patterns to determine whether additional hardware is warranted.
I want to be able to walk and go back to work.
And although Cray won't always be in this wheelchair, some people will, and she's going to keep fighting on their behalf.
This was definitely an eye-opener when I have to be in the chair and see what other people are going through. You really don't realize it until you have to do it yourself.
Cray says there are many businesses throughout Brainerd that are difficult to access for people with disabilities. She says she hopes this will raise awareness in the community and lead to change. Reporting live, Lori Stribling, KSAX Eyewitness News.
By this too.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all
so
not paying.
we're making you knowledgeable of what's going on in this community. You want to know what's going on in this community, don't you?
Yeah,
That's the whole
and I have no
purpose
problem
of
with
it.
that. I have a problem with
Yeah.
you walking in here recording.
Well, yeah, but well, I don't care if you have a problem with
No,
that.
I don't
No,
do that.
we can't ask you to stop recording. I am station manager.
We can ask you to leave.
I'm asking
Good.
you to please turn it off.
Okay, well, I'll shut it off then.
Thank you.
I just shut it off.
Why can't we
Cool.
just have a conversation without you recording?
We would never walk in and put a
That's
camera in
what I'm
somebody's
saying.
place. If I could finish saying, we would ask permission to record.
Exactly.
Oh. People are of
You're
government.
getting in your own way because this might be a good story.
They won't do it.
No,
Let's go.
Well, then report on it.
we might, but
We're
I'm
not-
saying
No,
you
you
guys
might.
aren't doing yourselves any favors. I will look
Oh.
into this.
Well,
Oh, okay.
I just don't see what your
Well,
your
see,
problem
what
is with the
we're
camera.
trying to
That's what
say
you
is
guys
that
do
we
all the time.
know.
No, I don't. That's
What-
my problem. You don't know me. You don't know what we do
When
here.
you don't do
tell
anything
me,
about it.
You tell me when I walked into any business with my camera rolling. You tell me when I have done that.
See-
or anyone in the staff.
Mrs. Cal.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. I think I have a front page story for you. It's information about Chris Carpin and Troy Orbison. We're asking for their removal from office pursuant to Minnesota Statute 351.15. Just recently, Chris Carpin had criminal charges filed against him, and when the criminal charges were attempted to be filed, Troy Orbison and his chief deputy went out of their way to try to intimidate and to harass the people filing the criminal complaint.
Okay, no. And I just don't mean to make you have to repeat yourself, but I don't have any control over the story, so...
That's fine.
Can I try and find someone that could perhaps help you? Cause
That's fine.
you don't need to keep repeating yourself to everybody.
I have
that
no
comes
problem
in.
repeating myself over and over and over again.
Hey, Andrew. Hello?
There you go. And those will be aware of what's going on here too.
What is your name? Who can I tell? Christy, our news director, is not in yet this morning, so I will see if I can find someone else that is available for you.
You have a reporter?
Let me see if we have one available. I know Lori's here, but she may be setting up the story right now.
Okay.
What is your name?
Terry Dean Nemers.
D.
Dean. D-E-A-N. Nemers, N-E-M as in Mary, M as in Mary, E-R-S. We're just at the county commissioners meeting, and they kind of copped an attitude when we were there. Of course,
They like local corruption.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay.
And of course, Chris Carpenter was handed one of these too. So.
Okay. Ed, we have a couple of gentlemen down here who have a story idea about Chris Carpin. They want to speak with anyone that can help them. Absolutely. Thank you.
Sounds great.
Yeah, she's having some car problems, so we need to get insurance, so she'll be here.
I don't know. Yeah, you gotta reduce some audio.
Oh, yeah, she'll be here.
Kyle, please turn the camera off. Both of them. Please turn all the cameras off.
You have a problem with cameras?
Thank you. You may leave now.
Yep, bye. Guess you're going to bury this story like you did the English
I'm not even in the news department.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you told us to leave. You don't want to hear about it, so.
You love corruption. You must be a God-hating, un-American son of a bitch, too. Oh, he knows how to use the F-bomb. Good people to use the F-bomb.